I don't really expect anybody to be here, so I'm just going to go about my business. And I just saw that Aunt Bex went live. So I didn't know that she was going live today at 3. So I don't want to, I don't know what to do. Um, I don't recall that this was a regular time. I didn't really think that anybody was on now. So I don't know what to do. Hi, Gail. Hi, Candy. It's good to see you guys. I thought I would try to change my time to an earlier time, but just before I went live, I know. I just I just thought I would try an earlier time because leaving ending at 7's a little late. Hi, Miriam. It's earlier. It's easier for Miriam. Oh, okay. All righty. Because I was literally gonna get off because I just saw that she went live, but she's not really. She's just doing Scott's workshop. Okay. Well, now I don't feel so bad. Yeah, it's better for me also. Ending at 7's a little late, and it makes for and then to wait until 5, and so we'll just see how this goes. I would really like to shorten the stream, meaning an hour and a half instead of 2 hours, and start earlier. So we'll just see how that goes. I didn't, again, I didn't know that Becky was going on. No, you had your mask, right? Because I earlier today, I said, Anina asked me during your and Chris's stream whether I was going on or not, and I said, "Oh yes, 5 Eastern." And then I was thinking about it, and then I thought, gee, maybe I can try a little bit earlier. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I won't read today. Maybe I'll save that. Maybe I'll do what I'm going to do and see where we are with the time. And again, it's a whole new format that I'm reading out of, so it's a little bit different. So what I planned to do was take a look to see where I'm at my junk journal July. I think I am up to date because I've been working on it during the week. So let me take a quick peek at that, and I can show you what I've gotten done. And I also have some happy mail. Renee we were talking about, we were looking for snarky comments to put on a postcard. And I didn't have, my stamps were not really snarky enough. And I had some Timmy conversation stickers, but I didn't have any snarky ones. So she was kind enough to send me 2 snarky ones. Small talk, men. So these are snarky. And, they're really big too. I know right from wrong. Wrong is the fun one. I didn't mean to push all your buttons. I was looking for mute. Ah, ha, ha. So these, hi, Marguerite from beautiful British Columbia. I hope it is beautiful. So these are really, all right. So they come in black and white. That's cool. Well, that's why you can see, look, they show you that they're big. And then these, I'm assuming, are smaller. And they are. Look at that. Much smaller. Some days I rely heavily on coffee and my ability to ignore reality. Nothing says I mean business like using a cart at the liquor store. Oh my gosh. I don't even need a cart anymore. I just walk in and go up to the counter and say, I want a case of Tito's, and that's it. They bring it up. I'm just a girl standing in front of a salad asking for it to be a donut. There you go. So those are pretty funny. So I will be using those. So thank you, Renee, for thinking of me and snarkiness. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. And this is the crinkly July journal. And that I do love the crinkle. I even have a little button. Hi, Pam. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm on early. I'm trying a new time slot. Just before I went live, I saw Aunt Bex was going live, so I almost came on to say I was not going to stay on, but Gail said that she was just doing a tour of Scott's workshop, that she wasn't doing a live. So I hope I don't step on any toes. So here, let's see. Today is the 14th. Yes, the 14th. And it is weather. And I don't think I did weather. This is Spark. You've seen these. This is postcards. This is fold, but I have a better fold. This was supposed to be labels, and these are just transparent stamp labels. Lettering, and I did this online, and I finished it. And I wrote inside of life and used different types of lettering. That was out of that lettering book, and I was very happy with how that came out. And then this was the fold, and this was a Robin McClendon fold. And then the next thing was wildlife. So I went through all of my... Oh, okay. Thanks, Pam. Don't feel so bad. So I went through my stamps and got stamps that were all had pictures of wildlife, and I filled them. I filled up all of these spots. As you can see, this is the foldy thing. So that was that. And then I put in, these are some stickers out of one of those sticker books. Hi, Adria and Anina. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for popping in at my hopefully new time. And then the next prompt was, I did this offline. This is, the prompt was Windows. And this is the offcut from the one die cut I have. And I found a nice quote: never hesitate to open new windows in your life. This is true, right? And this was Observe. And this is one of those really delightful characters that are on a napkin that I got from Lena. And I very carefully cut it up and used bits and pieces of it because I love this cartoon character. I actually made a foam stamp out of these little guys. And I have Observed, so I've got glasses and and then let's see where we are. And the next prompt was scraps. So these were scraps that I had laying around, and I glued them down. That was the prompt, scraps. Not too exciting. And then the next prompt was sew, thread. So I put this paper through my sewing machine, and hi. I have to stop and think about how to pronounce Hawiya, I think Hawiya. I hope. My sewing machine actually has an embroidery kind of feature. If you look real closely, I had programmed in for it to stitch Anne. So there's my name, Anne. Now it's all jumbly until I realized what it was doing. So there's Anne, and then some other stitches. I think I want to do maybe some other stuff, stitching stuff. This is just a random page. I just stuck this in. Wah, 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 wah. And this is one of the, I bought these really thin styrofoamy things that I watched somebody on Wonderlust, Kasia, carve into, and I bought a whole pack of them, and you carve into them with, I used a ballpoint pen without the pen part. And then this is Speedball Printers ink. And I don't know that was stamps. Okay, stamps was the prompt. So I kind of made the stamp. I ended up buying a package of these, and you can see how thin they are. And then you can, yeah, I know, you can use exact, and I have, yep. And here's those guys that were off the napkin, and I put this on one of my postage stamps. I did a cat. I don't think I guess I printed that one out. I think that's this face here. Yeah. And let's see. Yeah. And I tried, I think I can show you the prints. There's a light bulb. And this was aliens. I tried using acrylic paint, but it obviously doesn't work as good as the printer's ink, right? Yeah, but this is what it looks like when you buy a package of them. And it's got a name. It's called CHOLEMY, Colommy or something like that. But anyway, I got a lot of them. I mean, I'd have to eat a lot of meat in order to get all that foam, but it's the same concept. You're exactly right, Candy. And I can show you, I'll show you what the prints look like. I printed them out on old book pages. I mean, old book pages. Let's see. And they're right here. Honest, they are. I kid you not. They're right to the left of me. To the left of me. And of course, they kind of got buried. Isn't that always the case? I started cleaning up, and then everything got buried. So, let's see. Let's see. Here are the aliens. They're kind of rough. And here's that dude. He's kind of rough. And here's that lady. Let's see. That lady. That's that. That's the cat. And I think, yeah, that's it. Yeah. And the light bulb one is in the book. I'll show it to you. I think I stamped it right into the book. Just something to mess around with. The next prompt was packaging, and a package came from Amazon. So how lucky was I? So I took the packaging and immediately put it on the page, and underneath here is some of the brown paper that they put in there, and put some gold paint on it. Oh, this came out really cool. All right, so the next prompt was light. So there's my light bulb that I printed out, and I put the ink on the plate, and then immediately I still have all those circles from boxes. Oh yes, did you start collecting those too at the bottom of the boxes where they tell you where the box is made? Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of them. JL sent me one from Vietnam and one from China. And yeah, I've got a slew of those. Then the next prompt was weather, which is today. And I bought this pack of paper from Amazon. It's beautiful. And it's all these really textury type of paper. And this looks like snow, right? And then I took out I glued this down. I took out a an evergreen stencil that I had made, and I stenciled the pine tree, and then I put this on, and this reminds me of a snowy day, and that's my weather. And I'm really happy with how that came out. And this package of paper is just unbelievable. And I don't know who, someone had it on the stream, and I was enabled. I don't know by whom, but it's really incredible paper. So you can see you get this and you get all of it. I'll just go through it real quick. Some of this stuff is just incredible. And I could see jelly plate printing with this stuff. And it's paper. This is woven, got sparklies. There's quite a bit of it. Look at that. And I think it was $14 for all of this. And I've used some of it, not much. I forget, that I have it. That's the problem when you buy stuff and then you put it away. It's always a pleasant surprise when you find it. I mean, we all probably can shop our own stash. It's very textury. Now here's some more of that. You can see it's got this interesting weave. I should stick that on the jelly plate. Yeah, I will go back and I will. I'll write myself a note because this is I know I bought it on Amazon. But what it was called, I have no idea. But I will find it. I've saved all these, and I'm storing it now in a bra bag, an under outfit bra that I bought. I'm still in search of that, that comfortable bra. So, yeah, I will look for that. Absolutely. Because it's really cool. And the fact that it fits in this bag. Hi, Renee. I was thanking everybody. Thanking you for my snarky stickers. So thank you again. Yeah, Renee messaged me and said, did the Amazon fairy leave you a package? And I'm thinking, no, not as far as I know. And then I went out to my mailbox and it was there. Bye, Miriam. I know it's real late. Thanks for stopping in. So this is July 14th. So I am all caught up in my July journal, which you were here when I made it. It's all junk mail. And I went out to my mailbox, I guess, end of last week, I think it must have been. And I went through all my junk, and I had enough junk mail to make 2 more journals. So that's what I would like to do. And this is another link I have to put in. I am going to attempt to make the covers. Yeah, I had fun. You were here, I think, when I made that. That's with that fancy paper and the stencil. And I am way ahead. I've got all my postcards done through the 25th. They're done. Done through the 25th. All my postcards are done. I just have to remember to post the pictures. I didn't post the picture for today's until later in the day. So what I've done is I've taken a picture of all of them. So now they're on my camera. So now I, don't have to get out of bed. I can just go to my camera, open up photos, and then share them out. I've been putting them on Instagram. And if none of you have not checked that out yet, you need to check out this. Go to Instagram and type in, I write this here. You got to have, if you type that into Instagram, you will be blown away. Absolutely. You've photographed yours too. Yeah. You will be blown away because if you type this in, jelly postcard play, hashtag, they will all come up. There are hundreds of them. And it is absolutely amazing how they are all different. It's just so much fun to flip through them. I know Renee, when she first opened it, I guess we figured out, Renee, correct me if I'm wrong, you have to open it up in the app, the Instagram app, in order for you to see all of them. It's got to be postcard play, not, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Renee, for that support. I appreciate that very much. But this is the key. You got to spell it all out. I don't think the G and the two P's don't have to be capitalized. But I think when Renee first opened it, you have to. Okay, Pam, my keyboard. Okay, gotcha. Understood. Yeah, I think you have to open them up in the app in order to see all of them, but they're there, and it is amazing. So, highly recommend. I mean, if you have some time to spend, because you will be sucked into that in no time at all. Yeah, right. That's what you discovered. Opening them on your PC or laptop will only show a small portion. So I have the app on my phone, and that's where I viewed them. So, okay. Let me show you real quick. I'll show you today's the 14th, right? Let's see, where is it? There it is. So here's my today's card. This is one of my favorite quotes. And I found a picture of an angel. And the quote is, "She took the leap and built her wings on the way down." And behind here is Yolande Devon Rex's bridge stencil. And so that was the one I was posted today. So I'm getting there. I'm already through 25, and I've got 26 and 20. I've got, I've got most. I only have a couple more to do. And yeah, pretty excited. Okay, now what I want to do is, I've been watching one of my all-time favorite paper crafters, right up there with Pam at Paper Outpost, is Natasha from Treasure Books. Okay. She made these beautiful journal covers out of one 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper. And I thought that they would make nice covers for my next two junk mail journals. These are junk mail. And I might have to make. So this is, again, this was what this represents right here, is about one week of junk mail that's been curated. And of course, I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to collage on all these pages, just because I love to collage. But I think they're going to have a fancy. Okay, Ampex. Have fun. Enjoy your burger. what do they call the burger joints in England? Is it, oh, they have a different word. Is it carryouts or something like that? They have a different word than fast food. So I picked out some 12 by 12. Ideally, you want 12 by 12 scrap paper that is both sides. And a lot of the scrapbook paper I have is one side. I mean, you could use one side. So I'm going to use my Bauhaus pack that I have. This is the last one I have of the scrapbook takeaway. That's it. Thank you, Margaret. I knew. Yes, you mean, I did mean takeaway. Thank you. And this is the last sheet I have of that pack. Many of you know I made a massive Bauhaus journal, and I used 90% of it. So what I'm going to do is fold it in half. I don't think I need this here. And I will post the link to Natasha's video. I'm going to fold this in half just to get the halfway mark. This is, again, 12 by 12. And what she did was measure about 1/8 of an inch on each side of the, the spine here. And I'm just going to put a little mark. It's going to be hard for you to see. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to put 1/4 inch. That'll give me a 1/2 inch spine. I think I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch. Well, let's see. Okay. Actually, I don't even have to, I'll do that. So you're going to mark on either side of this. So just a little tick, 1/8 of an inch on either side. So that's going to give you your spine for the journal. You're going to get your board here. I didn't realize how, oh, this board is beat up. Holy mackerel. It's pretty bad, if you can see it. Jeez. I wish sometimes I had it. And I guess they do, what I would like, and I guess they do make them. I think they make one of these that it's not only the scoreboard, but it also has a cutter over on the side, which I think that's a great combination. So I'm going to kind of, well, here's the 6, and I'll do 1/8 of an inch on either side of this. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be the spine, I hope. I hope this comes out. Actually, I want this to be the cover. So I'm going to do it the other way. I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's going to be the spine, which I think is probably going to be a little skinny, but I can always get rid of some of the junk mail. So there's my little spine. And it is little in there. But I mean, if you watch her video, she put beautiful papers inside of hers, gorgeous paper. And I'm going to put junk in mine. But it's amazing how much junk mail, we generate. And I guess, I don't know how you stop it. At least when you get junk emails, you can go in and ask them and unsubscribe from those junk emails. I mean, sometimes that works. I'm not, and I know it doesn't work all the time, but sometimes it works. I wonder if you wrote on junk mail that you received, if you wrote on that, return to sender, I wonder whether that would work or not. Probably not. Okay, that's going to be a little narrow as a spine, but let's just see. I can take some of this stuff out. Like I can take what was going to be the cover out, which is kind of, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, okay. Now, the next thing you do. Look, I wrote little notes just. Oh, you used to do that? Oh, we got next. Oh, that's great. So the next thing I'm going to do is do a rim around 3 sides to sturdy up this. You don't have to do this. And she didn't 1/2 an inch. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, I want to do it this way. All right. So I'm going to score it 1/2 an inch here. Whoops. Do you ever have that trouble when it doesn't, you have, I find you go back and forth to kind of get the thing in the groove. Okay, 1/2 an inch. Did I do a 1/2 an inch? Doesn't look like I did. And a 1/2 an inch here. 1/2 an inch there, and a 1/2 an inch across. Well, that's true. I buy almost everything online, but I still get an enormous amount of junk mail. Now, you only do it on 3 sides because you're going to make a pocket. And your pocket can be any size you want. So I think I'll make my pocket. Of course, I'm going to have to cut this down, the mail, so it'll fit in the pocket. I mean, so it'll fit in this journal. But that's okay. So let's make the pocket now. And you can make it any size you want. And again, as long as you line it up here, like here evenly, then you'll get a pretty straight, line. You won't have to really put it through the, all right. So there we go. And now we're going to fold these corners, these in. Don't think I need this anymore. So let me put this on the ground. Fold this in like so. And of course, if you follow, okay, and you pay is, okay. Oh, okay, well, I have a problem with that. I keep on saying I'm not going to renew my subscriptions. And then I do. I just got a notice from Architectural Digest, which I love, and I get a lot of images out of there. But I've got enough images to last me a long, long, long time. But now they're going to charge, and I don't blame them. Now they're going to charge you for postage. It used to be if you, got like 2 years subscription, they would waive the postage, but they're not waiving the postage on their 2-year subscription. They're offering it for $10 a year, but it's going to be $3 for shipping and $23 for 2. I mean, $10 for Architectural Digest is a really good deal. There's no doubt. So she folded these in, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut, that off to make it not so bulky. All right. And then we're going to make pockets. And what she did was on either side of the spine, all right? You can see this. I can't see it. Jeez, what happened to it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Gonna make a little mark. And it doesn't really matter. I guess it can be, let me just do this. Let's see what this is. All right. It's about 3 inches. Okay, so about 3 inches up, I'm going to make a little mark here. Or right there, I guess. That would make sense, right? And 3 inches here. And then about an inch off the center. So here's here, and you're going to go out about an inch. And put a little mark here. And a little mark here. And then just connect the dots. Here and here. And here and here. Here and here. And we're going to cut that. Doesn't look very even, does it? What did I do? What did I do? Doesn't look right. Well, the reason why it doesn't look right is because it's 1 1/4 inches, not an inch, Ann. Gosh darn it. I tell you sometimes, right? Don't do as I say. What is it? Don't do as I do. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Or don't do as I say. I have no idea. Don't listen to me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Hi, Joyce. And we're cutting this little piece out to create our pocket. And we're going to cut this little flap off. Like so. So now you have your pockets. Now you can leave it like this, but then as she showed out, if you leave these flaps on and you glue it down, then you're going to have a very wide pocket. And with a very wide pocket, when you open it, stuff will come out. I mean, stuff will have a tendency to fall out. So what she did was she cut off this to make it less bulky and make it a more flush pocket. So I think I'm going to do that also. And I think she just cut it. I wrote that down. Just on a little angle. Just like so. I'm just going to cut this piece off here. Yeah. I'm just going to whack it off. Whack. So the pocket will be flusher. And it won't be so bulky. So when you glue it down, it'll be a much tighter pocket. Of course, these are going to get, so you can see the difference in the pockets. This is really fat and this is really flush. So you can have a flush look or you can have a fat look. I got to fix that. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of cut these corners off also. So this is flush too. So when you fold that, when you fold these down, they won't be so fat. I need to come down a little bit more. I guess that's okay. Let me cut this off here on this side. It's kind of hard. This is not a really good thing to work on, but okay. And then we're gonna cut a little sliver out of the middle too. There. Hi, Yolan. Yeah, I decided to try coming on at an earlier time on Sundays, just to see how that would work. So it's an experiment. I'm happy. And it seems I have about the same amount of people. So everyone found me, even though it was pretty short notice when I decided to do this. I want to go back and watch the replay of you and Kathy and Colleen from Thursday. It looks like you guys really made a lot of art. It looks really awesome. So I have that craft chat on Thursday, so I'm kind of tied up. So, all right. So that's kind of that. And then this is going to get all glued down, and I will clean that up. So let's glue this down. And then I'll have to cut down my junk mail down. I have to show you. I have no idea what I did with it, but I have an image that I came across that I want to do an image transfer. Oh, so bad. And I tried printing it out. I copied it, and then I printed it out on my laser printer. And then I thought, and then someone said with a laser printer, sometimes they print it out twice on the laser printer, I guess, to get the double amount of ink. I guess that's the theory behind that. What did I do here? Oh, well, I'm not. Let's just glue it down. Okay. We'll use some. Hi, Julie. Hi. Did Angie come in? We'll use some of this. Awesome. This is good glue, I have to say. And again, like many of us, I didn't buy it for the longest time because I really, honest to God, thought it had glitter in it. So I stayed away from it because I'm not a glittery type of person. I don't like glitter at all. Well, but apparently, I don't know whether it ever had glitter in it. Okay. I thought that was the case. I think Eddie's had success too. Yeah, I have a color laser printer. And the paper, yeah, that would make sense too. Let me just trim this a little bit neater. I could be a little bit neater. I don't know why I am rushing so. I'm not going anywhere. All right, much better. He has a local shop. There you go, too. I should do it on this. I made the commitment to go visit my friends who moved to Bradenton, Florida. I talked to her and we set up a date. So I've made the commitment. I've been procrastinating that. Now I still have to contract the cat sitter. So, but I'm going to drive over on Thursday, the 26th. Leave here about 9 o'clock in the morning. I should get there noonish, 11:30ish, I guess. If I don't get lost, I always get lost, so I always have to. Actually, it's gonna be a little book, Julie, and it's gonna be with a stitched-in signature of junk mail. Isn't that exciting? My own personal junk mail, which I get an enormous amount of. We were talking about junk mail and why we get it, and I mentioned I was wondering what would happen if I wrote return to sender, and Gail said that she tried that for a while. I don't know whether they are responsible for that. If you do that, Gail, do you know whether the business is responsible for the postage? I don't know. I'm going to give that a good. I don't know whether. Hi, monkey. There was a guy, and I'm. You guys are probably in here are all too young to remember. This was the Students for the Democratic Society back in the 60s and 70s. And the guy's name was Abby Hoffman. I don't know if anybody remembers that name or not. And he wrote a very funny book. At least I thought it was funny. And the name of the book was Steal This. Hi, Sharon. The name of the book was Steal This Book. And I had a copy of it. Well, okay, Gail. Okay, Candy. Okay. You are ladies of a certain age, I guess. Also. So in Steal This Book, you don't even get the local paper. Yeah, I don't get the local paper either. I know some people get the Sunday edition so they can use the coupons. All right, so here's the little book, and here's my little spine, right? And I've got some nice pockets in here. Now I'm going to have to cut down the junk mail. Cut it out. To fit, I'm going to have to cut quite a bit of it, but that's okay. But in that book, he said, and I don't know whether it's true, whether you can still do that today, but when you get something in the mail and it has the postage, the little thing that says postage is paid, Angie's 100% and vintage, right, Angie? 100%. And what he would do, or what he suggested that you do, is take that envelope that has that, postage paid. And what he would do is, I don't know whether he really did this or not, but in the book he said, "Hi, Heather. Okay, understood, but thanks for popping in." So he said you take that and that envelope and you attach it to something that's really heavy, like, let's say, like a brick, and put it in the post office mail. This is back in the day when there were mailboxes on the corners and neighborhoods. there aren't any of those anymore. And then he would claim that the company, whoever had the postage paid for, would have to pay for the the mailing of that back, the weight of a brick. Now I don't know whether that's true or not, but I always remembered that. Huh. I have my iPad on, and I all of a sudden I don't have me on. I just didn't turn it off. But Carrie is making how to make a cereal box. Oh, junk journal. You know why that's coming up? Because you're right. They're listening to me because that video is 2 years old. So they heard me talking about junk mail. You're right, Renee. They're listening. And Angie, you're not going to like this. I'm going to be using sharp tools. So you can close your eyes and I'll tell you when I'm done, or I promise I will be very careful. Honest to God, I will be careful. Oh, where's my tinny ruler? Oh no. Where would that be? Huh. I always have it over here. The one with the metal edge. It's hiding from me. No, that's not cool. Huh. I don't know where it would be. Well, that's okay. I got lots of rulers. So I'm just going to stick this over here. Yeah, that's not in the way. Okay, you can kind of see me. I'm on my cutting board. Got my box cutter here. And I'm not one to try to cut through everything in one swipe. I don't mind just going down a couple of times instead of trying to whack it all off at once. You know, you just kind of move it out of the way. Move it out of the way. Move it out of the way. Slowly but surely. Probably should have changed the blade, but I didn't. We're getting there. What's that? Why is that not cutting? Wow. I don't know what that stuff is made of, but whatever. Oh, there it goes. There. I'll get rid of that. Whoops, all over the floor, Ann. That's good. Okay, there we go. It's not too bad. Turn it this way. Probably should have had it. That's okay. We'll just take our time. So what we are walking down. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Always getting over this little bit is always a problem. But slow and steady. When you try to cut those magazines in half, that's a lot. But that's fun. I've done that a couple of times. I've never tried taking it to like an Office Depot and having them whack it in half. But that's what Dee Dee does. Oh, look at that. How convenient is that? All right. Okay, let's finish that off. Come on. There we go. Get rid of all of this. I've been watching P&M. Studios. They have been doing some late night streams, getting caught up with their postcards. I think it's interesting. I closed it up like a good girl. Yeah, I do. You know what? I have an old-fashioned Stanley. Was that with the metal case? The aluminum, the metal? I have one of those somewhere. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's kind of arrange these. I've got some different various size pieces. Well, I guess we'll take that envelope out because that's not going to work as a pocket anymore. Maybe a belly band. Okay, yeah, I'll go through this to see what survived. Did this survive? That kind of survived. That didn't survive. Oh, that was gonna. Well, that's good. I have to go through to see. Well, that survived, right? That survived. Okay. That all survived. That survived. That survived. Whoops, this didn't survive. See, I should have gone through and moved those up. Yeah. Whoops. I should have gone through it before I cut it. And this is kind of on a little crooked angle, but I don't really care. And see, that survived because that's up further. That probably should be here and not there. Okay. The next one I will go through and rearrange those envelopes so they're out of harm's way. Yeah, I fold these went out and they made pockets. And now the pockets are gone because I whacked this off. But that's okay. It's okay. And this is kind of, let's just kind of trim this up a little bit. Oh, see, that envelope survived. This envelope didn't survive, but I can do something with that. You know, cover. I can fix the bottom of that. All right. Jeep. Okay. All righty. So now we're going to stitch it. Stitch it, Pam. Where are you? I'm just going to do a very simple three. It's going to be a three. I can't even talk. A 3-stitch, 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Jesus, Ann, spit it out, will you? Okay, so I'm just going to do this. 1 hole. 2 holes. Get my hands out of the way, and 3 holes. That looks good enough for me. And let's see. I don't have any clamps. I mean, I have clamps, but I do have some paper clips I can use. They may be big enough. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It was one of those purchases that makes no sense to me now. What the hell am I going to do with all these? Really? Really. Look at all of these. Oh, Lord. Sometimes I just don't know. I feel sorry for the poor Amazon guy because he's here probably once a week and he's probably wondering where the hell is that woman putting all this shit that I deliver. At least once a week. This will hold everything in place. Hi, Beth. Welcome. I'm trying to stream on an earlier time on Sundays. It probably wasn't. Oh, you know what I did? I screwed up my holes. My holes are all out of place now. Oh well. Let me poke them through again because I think I got out of whack here. Oh yeah, way out of whack. Well, that's okay. We'll just poke new holes. I probably should have put the paper clips on first. That would have been the smart thing to do, but it's okay. After all, it's a junk journal. Get out some wax thread. This will do brown. How's that? And I have a needle right here. And they tell you to do what? They tell you to do 1, 2, 3. And it's always too much. Always. Everyone should have a few little paper. Yes. Or jumbo ones. Well, you know, people do that. Well, you can't really, you know, I love the, I could, yeah. I really seriously, I really seriously need to send out Happy Mail. I mean, I have so much stuff that I would happily share with folks. Come on. Oh, wow. I did it. Lucky. Whoa, that was lucky. Lucky. Now, I'm going to come in. There's the hole. So I'm going to come out. I'm going to stick my little thumb on that to hold it. This is the easiest stitch to do because hers were all neat. Now I don't know where the new hole is. That's there. I like to go out just to see where it is and then kind of come in like so. All right. And you come down here. And come back up this way. Come on. I can feel you. All right, fine. We'll do this. Come out. Come this way. There you are. Before you think of changing your mind. Wow. Isn't that something? Ow. Went through that time. Because you got to be careful not to split the thread. Tighten it up. Make sure it's on either side of the string. Right? I know all you ladies know how to do this. This is nothing new to anybody in here. Well, the nice thing about the wax thread is it doesn't, it doesn't slip on you. When you go to tie it, it doesn't, you don't really need a third finger. Wow, it's not too bad for me. Yeah. Huh. It's a little off, but hey, I'm a little off anyway, so it's all good, right? Yep. Well, we can leave one thread. Okay. So there's a junk journal with one signature that I can now decorate with ephemera. So it came out pretty good. I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy with that. I got little pockets. And I had something that I was gonna, here. Let me get rid of this. Ooh, let me do something. Again, I was watching Natasha from Treasure Books today, and she has a drawer, a junk drawer. That's hard to say. Not a drunk drawer. Oh my God. A junk drawer that's filled with the most gorgeous scraps. I can send Anna for a few paper clips. Be glad to send you some paper clips. I would love to. But the drawer that she had, it must have been a dresser drawer, because it was about this deep, up about this deep, about maybe as deep as this. I mean, it was a really deep drawer. And when she opened it, it was filled with scraps. I mean, beautiful scraps and bits and pieces of fabric, and like journaling scraps, like cutoffs. And it was filled to the top. And she reached her hand down to the bottom of it and pulled out, and just grabbed about about that much stuff, and just put it on her work area. And she made, of course she did, the most gorgeous journal that you can imagine. But that's what she does. It was just beautiful, and it had handles. It was very, very, very impressive. But everything she does, I love everything she does. And her directions, I bought her book, and it's just filled with all sorts of wonderful things. So we have this pocket. So let's maybe put something behind here. Maybe this will be an opportunity to use some of all of the Temu stuff that I've bought over the years. I stopped, I'm not doing Temu anymore. I just did it. I just went out of crazy. Ended up with all of these stickers and, this kind of stuff. So I removed the app, and I'm no longer involved with Temu. Nothing against Temu. I had no problem with any of the products that I bought. Well, that's not true. The last product I bought from them came with a broken leg. Well, not a broken leg, a broken wheel. And I tried to fix it because I didn't want to even think about trying to return it. I like that. I'll stick that there. Oh, good luck, Angie. Do you have a fly swatter? That might work. When I lived in Spain, you'd have the flies would be so prevalent that they would be. Have you ever seen them when they're? I know. I thought, honestly, Barb, I did think of you when I changed the time, and I thought, well, maybe she can come for lunch. This is lunchtime for you. I'm trying out this new time spot just to see. The 7 o'clock, ending at 7's a little late. And I get a little hungry because I'm not going to eat dinner at 5. So I decided I would try this time to see if it would work. And I thought about you and all the Kathy Whitney and the West Coast folks. And I apologize if this is inconvenient for you guys, but I'm glad you're here. But the bees, the flies would swarm around, and they would be like a cloud of them, almost like a tornado kind of like cloud of them, and they would over a table. And I would watch the waiter, the pension that we lived in. He would be, there'd be a fly on the table, and he would time it so that he would clap his hands and he would kill the fly as it flew up off the table. The fly would take off as soon as it sensed that there was motion above him, but he would kind of catch it and then kill it. It was unbelievable. Let's see. My friend says that the thing had something wrong. Yeah, I think they would do that. Oh, you know what? The cat will come back. I know that's not much, but the cat will come back. And my friend's cat escaped out on Long Island, and she was so upset. And we were walking the streets, calling for the cat, and she posted, posters and everything. And apparently, now I don't know whether this is a myth or not, but apparently the cats leave a scent wherever they walk, and it's excreted from their paws, and they can find their way back home. That's what I've been told. That could be total bullshit. I don't know. But her cat was gone, and I was visiting her. She was my friend who lives out in Southampton. I was visiting her for a couple of days. And we posted, and we put food in a have a heart. We did everything you're supposed to do and posted things at the vet offices and everything like that. And she left the cellar door open, just a little notch, right? And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I heard a meowing and a scratching at the door. Yeah, well, that's the only thing. If he got hit by a car, then that's another thing. And I opened the cellar door, and there was, I think the cat's name was Mookie. There was Mookie. Now, Mookie was a Himalayan cat, and they kind of long furred, and there was Mookie, and he had twigs and leaves in his fur, and he looked like he'd been on an adventure. And he came in and just walked in like, "Hi, I'm home." And Nancy was like, I woke Nancy up, and she was upset that I woke her up. I thought you'd want to know. Let's see. Barbara said, did I see her message from above? Let's see. Barbara. Well, hope you don't stay here, because Tanya streams every Sunday at 1:30 Central. That's 2:30 your time. So I am otherwise occupied. Okay. Well, I can't make everybody happy. 4 o'clock. Well, I thought about 4. Yep. I could do 4 to 6 or 4 to 5:30. So I don't know. I just needed to, I'm just trying something. You don't, well, I'll think about that. Okay. I will keep that in mind. But anyway, Nancy's cat Mookie came back, and Nancy was upset that I woke her up. They can lock. Yeah, that's true. They can. They can. And I don't know about the paw thing. Is if that's not an old wives' tale. And it had been raining, so this is a little rolly thing. And I can roll it on an ink pad. It's supposed to be, I don't know where I got it. It looks like a Dollar Tree thing, but let's do this. Let's do blue and see what that looks like. It's kind of neat. If I can pick up the card, let's see. See what you get. Your little design. So I thought maybe I would put that on this to give this a little something, something. But it has a little hiccup here, and I don't know. Let's do this here too. That's a little messy, but messy is going to be good in this. Yeah, have you seen that? There's also a product where they look like pencil. They look like pencils. Have you seen those? And at the end of each one, there's a design that you can ink and roll out. And it's just a little narrow strip, like dots or stitches. Two weeks. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty rough looking. I don't know whether I like that or not. I'm not. I thought that blue was going to be more like that blue. That's not very nice looking compared to what Tasha did. Oh, you have this pencil ones? Well, I don't know. Again, the footprint thing kind of makes sense, but it had been raining, so that's why I didn't hold out much hope that Mookie would find her way home because it had been raining. But she was a total inside cat. She'd never been outside before. I had a in Fort Worth for a long time, can't remember how long, and she finally broke free from the neighbor's garage. She'd be coming out to eat dog food, poor baby. Aw, but she made it, right? She got out. She escaped. That is wild. But you survived on dog food. Okay, I have some of these. Let's see, maybe put one of these on the cover. Another Temu special. We could do veggies. We could do butterflies. Ooh, I like that. How about that? Now these are nice. Ooh, I like that. That kind of goes with this architecture thingy here. Now these could actually be postcards, even though they don't have. stamps. Yeah, there's some. I like that one because it's more, like angular, like the Bauhaus is. Let's stick that on. Yeah, they are really heavy. I mean, very heavy. Very heavy duty. Timu. 50 pieces. They were probably, ridiculously cheap. But I like that. I think I'll stick that on there, and then I know what I could do. Let me stick that on. I'm going to use double-side tape on that because that's pretty thick. So this time does not work for Barbara. And Candy is suggesting 4 o'clock. I think they are postcard size. Well, I can tell you since I've made, here's a postcard, 4 by 6. And they are just a hair smaller. I mean, you could definitely use them as postcards. Yep. Put the postcard. I have a postcard stamp, just postcard. So that could be used as a postcard. Mm-hmm. See, the idea of having to clean it straight away puts me off a bit. Clean what? Are you talking about cleaning a jelly plate? Is that? I missed the beginning of that conversation. So how do people in here 24? 4 o'clock. Like 4 to 5:30. Stamping up stamp rolls on the gel. Oh, okay. I am going to distress them. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm working on it. I'm getting there, Renee. Slowly but surely. Yeah. Now, Renee, you're saying, well, I'm just going to do this. Where's the black one? I think that's the black one. I was going to do this. Oh, Angie, take care. Take care. I hope it works. I was very lucky when I was put on blood pressure medicine several years ago. She got the dosage right the first time. And my mother had a horrible time getting the right dosage for blood pressure medicine. Her blood pressure got so low that she actually fainted. I remember that. Whoops. Happy to catch. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, that looks good. And I think, Renee, you were talking about You meant to like distress the edges, make them all ragged. Is that what you were talking about too? I have the tool to do that, but if I did that, then I would have to do, I'm just going to do this for now. And I think I'm going to just collage in this. I'm just going to, actually not really collage. I'm going to glue, like cut, paste, and like Nicole from Glue, Cut, and Relax, or Glue, Paste, and Relax, or whatever she calls her channel. I do enjoy watching her, though. I think she's a lot of fun. I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. I've watched a whole bunch of videos. That's what I'd like to do, just to do something like this and just have it go on all by itself. Relax, Cut, Glue. Yes, Nicole. Her stuff is really, I love her stuff. See if I can get that straight. I'll follow that line there. There. Okay. And I'll have to put something on this. So there you go. That's a very simple, if you were here, this was, hi Jasper. This was made out of one 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper, double-sided, meaning it had a picture on each side. I mean, it has print on each side, and with pockets on each side. And what mine is filled with is honest to God, true to life, my junk mail, where I have to go through and cover all my addresses because people freak out when they see an address. And I don't want one. Actually, look at this. There's no addresses. How did I? Oh, there. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oops. Can you see that? Wrong address. That's my neighbor. Unfortunately, she's not going to get this piece of junk mail because now it's in my junk mail journal, but that belongs to Jeannie, my neighbor. I didn't notice that. Fortunately, I did notice. I got her bank statement. I did notice that. And I put that over in her mailbox for her. I didn't notice that was junk. That was hers. Yeah. And and you can't see my address on this one because it's, can you see it on the other side? On the other side? Oh, yeah, you can. All right. So I'll have to, anyway. Well, thanks for being here, folks. And I will. Yeah, it was junk mail. And I did catch the one piece of mail that I got for her was a bank statement. And fortunately, I didn't toss that. And she got that. So that's a good thing. I don't have to worry about that. I put that over in her post office box. I'm in her mailbox. Well, thank you, folks, for showing up. And I know it was short. I'm sorry, Jasper, I'm ready to say goodbye. All right. Wednesday, yes. If I go to the West Coast, I told you I'm going to go Thursday and come back Sunday. And look out for an announcement as to what time I'm coming on next week. So Barb doesn't like 3, but maybe 4 to see how that'll work out. And so everyone have a good week. And I'll see you Wednesday. And as my mom used to tell me, if you can't be good, be careful. I was careful. Bye.